Well, that's a pretty big question. So I have lots of tools I can share here. But I also want to put in the caveat that these are difficult times. And for me, even personally, even with all these tools available to me, I'm still experiencing spectacular amounts of stress as well. So it's the times, to share a little bit, like it's been a real difficult period of time for our business. As a result of coronavirus, more than half of our wholesale business, which is a huge part of what we do, selling to people who are then selling on our chocolate, half of that evaporated. And the costs of running business, as you can imagine, have gone up. I know it's a really hard time, not just for our business, but for so many small and tiny businesses like ours who have just a couple people on staff and don't have, abundant resources. And I don't know at this stage whether there will be addictive wellness in 2021. I'm not sure, and that's it's a painful thing to go through as something that I've put heart and soul and beyond for 6 years of life into. We'll see. But to move on to the things that can be the most helpful, I would say exercise, spending time in nature, even when you don't feel like you want to. And because, sometimes going out in nature, because you're not directly working on the problems that you may have in life, can feel like the last thing you want to do when you're under extreme stress. It still helps. And then looking in the herbal department, of course, reishi mushroom is always going to be my favorite. And that, during some tough times lately, just to stop what I'm doing, go to the kitchen, take half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of our reishi, put it in 4 ounces of warm water and drink that. And, sometimes I'll put half a teaspoon of ashwagandha in there as well, which is another one of my absolute favorites. That has been very helpful. CBD is another one. I heard someone say a while back that CBD makes you less concerned about your impending mortality and your impending demise. That's a good one as well. So that's one to be considered. And then magnesium is a great one. Magnesium, especially for me, genetically plays a huge role in maintaining my stress and anxiety at manageable levels. So magnesium glycinate is a very absorbable form. And then if you want to take it further, you can also look at magnesium L-threonate, which is a form of magnesium that's able to cross over the blood-brain barrier. So, and L-theanine, extract from green tea would be another good option. Spending time in the infrared sauna has been hugely helpful for me throughout 2020 as well. I'm in there 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7, as often as I can. So if I can, I'm in there every single day. And then, that's looking at it all from a stress management side. And then I think, look, it depends what, when you say in a COVID environment, I guess there's multiple environments to this, right? Like there's an environment of what society is right now, which is kind of crazy in many directions. I think some of these things can help your anxiety about that. There's the business environment right now. This can maybe help you get through that with some degree of less stress, but I don't yet have a complete fix for that. If I did, I would be in a much better situation. And then there's the direction of it as being concerned about coronavirus itself. And in that case, I would say, make sure you're doing everything you can immunologically. This starts with getting really high quality sleep. So we have various videos on our channel about how to optimize sleep quality. If your sleep every night is not epic and ultra restful and with 1.5 hours to 2 hours of REM sleep and deep sleep every night, and you want to know how to improve that, send a question in the Q&A box. I'm more than happy to go into that deeper. And sleep also, it has to be said, really helps with stress management as well. You're always going to be way more full of stress and anxiety if you're sleep deprived. That's well established in the research. And then you want to look at then things like vitamin C, taking maybe 3 grams of liposomal vitamin C a day, taking medicinal mushrooms and antiviral herbs, things like reishi mushroom and astragalus and cordyceps. There's the reason we have those on our website as the immunity collection. And then other ones to look at would also be cat's claw as another great antiviral herb coming from South America. And then elderberry as one of the most powerful natural antiviral herbs. You can get the capsules of elderberry from Gaia Herbs. It's actually pretty nice tasting. It's got like a citrus, blueberry, maple syrup kind of flavor to it that's kind of zingy. And so you could just take those as capsules every day, or you can, the way I like to do it is you just open up the capsule and squeeze the powder out in your mouth, and you get a purple tongue, and it looks funny. But it's tasty, and it's a powerful antiviral herb that you can have in your body on a regular basis to ensure your protection. Oh yeah, and then vitamin D, of course, is a huge one. Vitamin D3, K2, to make sure that you're not having any problems with the enhanced calcium absorption that comes from the vitamin D3 consumption. And then also zinc is another very important immune supportive mineral. And so the best way to take that, of course you can get it nutritionally to a degree. You could be eating oysters, you could be having pumpkin seeds, you could have pumpkin seed oil. But then if you want to also take it supplementally, just to be safe, you can look at zinc picolinate, which is the most absorbable form of supplemental zinc. So we came at that from a lot of directions there. I hope some of that was insightful and helpful. And I'm sorry you're going through a stressful time. I very much can empathize with you, and I hope it gets better for all of us very soon.